This is Lola Lee T. Hey everybody, let's talk about Kandi and the gang. We're talking about season 1, episode 2. Let's do a recap and review. We meet Patrick and Melvin. Both are Kandi's cousins. Patrick is the manager of the OLG parking lot, and he's Aunt Bertha's grandson. So during Patrick's one-on-one interview, he said he wants to be the next Kandi in the family. He wants to take care of everyone in the family. But I gotta say, I was shocked that his job even existed, parking manager. But then to find out that Kandi is really charging $10 to park and eat at her restaurant. But people also have to wait hours in line, deal with a rude hostess, inconsistent food, and sometimes the power goes out. Kandi, I know you're about your coin, but Kandi, you're wrong for this. You are wrong for this. Then we are introduced to Melvin. He is Kandi's cousin and godson. And interestingly enough, he is also a manager, the kitchen manager. Apparently, at times, Kandi feels like Todd is too hard on him, but Todd doesn't think he's too hard on him. And I wonder if Todd thinks that Kandi helps her family too much. It's just strange to me that two family members are managers. There's a lot of managers in this restaurant. And why does it matter to Todd if Kandi paid for her cousin to attend culinary school? If I was a multimillionaire, I would be paying for my cousin's school as well. And I'd also be trying to help out my family any way I could. Patrick and Melvin are like brothers and grew up together. They are super close and they even live together. So Patrick was also known as Casanova. He was quite the ladies' man until he met his cougar, Safari. She is only 30 years old, so I don't know why he considers her a cougar. Dominique and Brandon go on their first official date, and it was pretty obvious this was not their first date. I think they did this date scene specifically for the camera. We all know that Dominique's passion is dancing. Dancing is her first, and OLG is the second. She is grateful to Kandi for all of the opportunities she's helped her with in the dance world. But of course, her lifelong dream is to dance for Beyonce on tour one day. So I hope Beyonce is watching this episode. She did get a big break when she was hired to dance on Kandi's Dungeon tour. And by the end of the date, Brandon tried to kiss her, but she was not having it. She doesn't believe in kissing on the first date. Okay, Dominique, even though we know this is not the first date. Dominique and Chandrika meet up at Torrance place. I guess he was working with a small budget, so no lunch was prepared. All he had prepared was some crackers and some cheese and some little meats. And he tells the ladies that he wasn't paid for putting together the recent reunion event for the OLG. And that explains why I think he didn't prepare lunch. Anyway, he says he doesn't mind because he's been in talks to return to the OLG. He left because he felt overworked and underappreciated, but it seems like things will be better the second time around. Well, if Kandi and Todd didn't offer to pay him for the recent reunion event, it looks like they are still underappreciating him. Kandi and Todd, where is Torrance check? So then they discuss Chandrika's love life. Dominique doesn't want to talk about her recent date with Brandon, which is odd because it seems like everybody already knows about them. But Torrin doesn't see the big deal because multiple employees at the OLG have dated. Melvin FaceTimes Kandi and Todd while he's at Aunt Bertha's place cooking up a storm. The food looked amazing. Oh my God, the food looks so good. Give me some of that food, Melvin. They talk about Candy's cousin Kim. Kim is Aunt Bertha's daughter. Apparently, she was a manager at the OLG back in the day, but everything went south. So she claims that Mama Joyce cursed her out. But Kandi is hoping to stage an intervention so the ladies can hash it out and Kim can return. So if Kim returns, she's going to be manager number 5. I really feel that there are too many managers and not enough workers at this establishment. So we find out that Mama Joyce's problem with Kim was when Kim left, she asked which employees were going to leave with her. And that is what really pissed Mama Joyce off. It's Brian's first day back. I really like Brian. I think he's going to be a fan favorite. He used to be a bartender, but now he's a server. He has had some really tense conversations with Philip, and it was really hard to watch because he just seems like such a super nice person. And Philip lets Brian know that if he gets off track, he will be checked. So Philip is really getting on my nerves. He's just too much. I guess Philip is acting like this because he is aware that Brian did what he wanted to do when he worked there before, but Philip is not having it. I don't know, guys. I really feel like Philip's attitude is really bothersome and it's really starting to annoy the staff. Philip was so rude when Chandrika invited everyone out to have drinks. I mean, I understood why he didn't want to go hang out with them, but his tone, the way he says things, my God, I would quit if I had a boss like that. Philip did say that he thinks it's unprofessional to go out drinking with staff. He said this during his one-on-one interview, and I do agree with Brian. Philip is a blank blank. Yes, he is. He is not a team player. And he does come off as a bully. Later, we're introduced to the love in Philip's life. I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked that he allowed the cameras into his personal life because he just seems so, I don't know what the word is. But I gotta say that these two are fine as hell and they look really cute together. Philippe seems very chill and calm. He seems to really balance Philip. It was really nice to see Philip in another light. Philip vents about work when he's at home with his boyfriend, and they are in a long distance relationship. They've been together for a year. Philippe is from Brazil. Brian explained how they met. He was visiting Atlanta, and they just had an instant attraction to each other. Philip also shared that he lost his mother and it's really nice to have Philippe in his life. Philippe is there for him and Philip just wishes Philippe lived in Atlanta full time. My condolences to you, Philip, if you're watching this video. I am so sorry for your loss. So while some of the staff were hanging out, we find out that Brian and Torrin hooked up in the past, but apparently they are like brothers now. And in a one-on-one interview, Brian said he could not keep dealing with Torrin romantically because his thing was too big. So Brandon, Chandrika, Patrick, Torrin, Brian, Shardo, and Dominique, All are out enjoying drinks. Patrick is not feeling it. He is not feeling all the talk about the OLG. And in a one-on-one interview, Chandrika said that her and Patrick had a thing for 4 months, but she felt that Patrick was too immature for her. This is the same Patrick that was known as the Casanova. And she moved on and found June. They've been engaged for 2 years. They talk about Philip. Brandon feels like Philip can be too harsh, and the staff isn't convinced that he is even going to last at the OLG because most managers don't last. Shockingly enough, Chandrika tells everyone that she's only getting paid $12 an hour. Yes, $12 per hour. And Patrick gets irritated because she's complaining about it. She also tells everyone that people at the Family Dollar are getting paid $18 an hour. But of course, Patrick is upset because all the talk seems really disloyal to Kandi. I guess everybody doesn't realize they need to be careful about what they say around him. He is Candy's eyes and ears. Just imagine Kandi sitting there if Patrick is sitting there. This scene was so funny. Kandi holds an intervention to get her aunts, Mama Joyce, and her cousin Kim to talk things out. Kim is still upset about how things went down, which led to her quitting the OLG. She says the last time she spoke to Mama Joyce, she cursed her out and said that they need to get the OLG kitchen together because it is her kitchen. Mama Joyce denies that she said it was her kitchen, and she also got upset and started swearing and denying everything. I was laughing so hard at that scene because Kim was strolling through her phone to find one of Mama Joyce's threatening Facebook posts that she never found. Kandi tells Kim that she didn't like the fact that she asked other employees if they wanted to leave with her when she quit the OLG. Aunt Nora ends up threatening Kim, saying she was going to beat her up because she heard what she said that day, and Kim was not being honest. The entire Kim versus Mama Joyce and Bertha Nora moment was absolutely hilarious. Kandi actually calmed everyone down and pushed for everyone to just forgive each other and move on. Kim does apologize. While everybody else appreciates this, Aunt Nora does not. She is still upset. So when Aunt Bertha encourages Kim and Aunt Nora to hug it out, Aunt Nora refuses. And at this point, Kandi realizes that it's not a good idea for Kim to return to the OLG just yet. Patrick and Kandi meet up. And Patrick could not wait to tattle to Kandi about the staff. He tells her that when he went out with them, some of the staff members, well, they were complaining that the food at the OLG wasn't consistent. And some of them were complaining they were not getting paid enough. Patrick told Kandi that it was Chandrika that was talking about her pay situation. And in a one-on-one interview, Kandi explained that Chandrika barely shows up for work. But I'm wondering if she did show up for work, what would she be paying her? Would she be paying her more than $12 an hour? My question is, how much does the other hostesses get paid? The ones that do show up and the ones that do a great job. Now that is my question. But Kandi feels like if she had an issue with her pay, she shouldn't be gossiping about it. She should be talking to the people that actually issue her checks. Honestly, I didn't like how Patrick ran back and tattled to Kandi. And I gotta give the staff some advice. Don't invite family of the boss to any of your events anymore, any of your get-togethers. And Patrick, people do vent about their jobs with coworkers. I mean, it is done all the time. This is normal. It's natural. And I really thought it was very immature of you to run back and tattle to Kandi. I mean, what do you think is going to happen when you vent to some of your coworkers? They might just run it back to Kandi. So some changes were made to the event space. So Don Juan tells Torin to go check it out. So he decides to go check it out. He's taking his own measurements. He sees Philip sitting there, and Philip invites him to chat. Well, the conversation doesn't go well. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why does Philip want to chat with him? Like, leave him alone. He's doing his thing. The chat was so ridiculous. And it honestly felt like a pissing contest between these two. Torin thinks Philip is arrogant. Philip thinks Torin is unprofessional. So it's clear these two will be in some deep drama very soon. Torin did tell Philip that he answers to Kandi. And I feel like Philip is definitely doing the most. I feel like Philip can be a manager without being so damn arrogant. The arrogance is so annoying. I really like the show. I'm going to give this week's episode an 8 out of 10. I cannot wait to see episode 3. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I love you guys. Bye.